And today they also faced a side experiencing managerial upheaval. Nothing new, though, at Charlton.
Carol Fry was just the interim manager, but he was sacked after the 5-0 midweek thrashing at Huddersfield. Addicks owner Roland du Châtelet has now made 6 managerial changes in 22 months.
The new boss is, well, the old boss, Jose Riga, returning to the club he helped avoid relegation in 2014. Charlton fans will be hoping he hasn't lost his touch.
Charlton arrived with their new man at the helm, hoping history would repeat itself. But while Jose Riga looked confident, the same couldn't be said of his defence, as fatal hesitation from Rhys Williams invited Abel Hernandez to show what he can do in front of goal and on the dance floor too. While Charlton have chopped and changed managers, Hull are reaping the benefits of standing by their man. Steve Bruce and his team are currently on course for an immediate return to the top flight, and Hernandez is leading the charge from the front. Having lost 5-0 at Huddersfield this week, defensive issues must be top of the Riga to-do list, but in truth it was a golfing class all over the pitch, as Robert Snodgrass helped himself for the second week running. Hernandez has only ever scored 1 hat-trick before for Uruguay against Tahiti in 2013, but thanks to the efforts of Andrew Robertson, he's now broken his club duck, and all of that before the half-time cuppa. If the second half was all about damage limitation for Charlton, the home side saw it as a chance to improve their goal difference. Mohamed Diame able to pick his spot. Not many were relishing the long coach journey home, and Isaac Hayden's deflected effort won't have helped. The reality is that Riga and his men have a mammoth task on their hands if they are to stay up.
We have to improve in all the aspects of the football, tactically, technically, fitness level, and be helped also with some players, because we need some players.
Huge win for Hull, guys. We'll talk about them in a moment, but Mickey, Charlton, first of all, 5-0 and 6-0 defeats in the space of a week. Jose Riga back there, but what a mess he has to sort out.
11 goals in 2 games. I think that shows that there's problems. And what a mess at that football club. A great football club as well. You know, they've been not so long ago in the Premier League, but they've just slid down into the lower leagues of the Championship. And to lose 6 like that, I mean, they looked as if they wanted the ground to bury them up. It was an awful performance, and they've got to try and change things around very quickly. And is Riga the man to do it second time around? Well, after today's performance, then I don't think he is.
How many times can you keep making changes without thinking it's not working any time we do it?
Well, that's the problem, Kelly, isn't it? Because it's a new face in the dressing room. We just talked about the last game we just saw there, you know, of a new face. You know, will it give a little bit of life to the players? But it obviously hasn't today. I mean, that's a thumping. 6 and 5 in the week as well. You've got to try and find some confidence from somewhere. But the only thing you can do is hard work. You know, he's talking about bringing in fresh faces. If you're conceding 11, you're in the transfer window, no one's going to want to come to you. That's the big problem they got. A signal of Hull City's intent now, Clinton.
Yeah, brilliant. I think they got a proper striker in Hernandez. He's scored a good hat-trick and he'll score goals. And I think if you've got a goal scorer who can score goals week in, week out in the Championship, helps you get promoted. And in with Steve Bruce, who I had as my old manager at Birmingham, they got a very good manager. And I think Hull will be there or thereabouts. I don't know, Mickey said Middlesbrough. I do think Middlesbrough will go up, but I think between Hull and Derby for that second place, because he does know the league, Steve Bruce, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And one other team who will consider themselves genuine contenders, third place, Derby, but they were